Hi, Aaron. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Oh, I see your Sing Street poster. What a great poster.
Yeah, it's Street. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Happy Wicked Week.
Oh yes,
Uh,
big week.
Happy Wicked Week. To start, I love that one of the first things we learn about this character is that he just is gonna belt Oasis at
Yes.
a bunch of kids who probably have never heard that song before.
Right.
So, if you were in an apocalypse situation and had to keep a song alive, do you know what song that you would choose to keep alive?
Oh man. Oh man, that's hard. Um, Maybe something really epic like "Don't Stop Believing" or another one. But I don't know. Another one bites the dust. "We Are the Champions." You know, what I mean these songs that are so kind of anthemic, right? And it become
Mhm.
almost like "We Are the Champions" is such like in the fabric of the culture. Everybody knows that song. Everybody knows. So I don't know. Maybe something like that. Just in the vein of the Oasis, like if we were out working in a field, what I would be teaching a 10-year-old who's never heard these things before, or I'd teach them how to scream that at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, I do like that in theory, this man who is like, I can figure out how to get water out of a well and like all of like he is very clearly handy, is like, oh, also I'm gonna sing while I'm doing this stuff because I'm
Yeah.
passing the time. How do things like that inform you about a character where it's like he's mysterious, we don't know his deal, we don't really trust him, but also like I can't get a read on how serious he takes the situation he's in.
Well, that's a really good question because I think those things do tell you a lot, right? They tell you that this guy's not sitting there in the corner like looking at people with his eyebrows down, right? This guy's mischievous, he's cheeky, he's funny, he's fun, and I think that those are the things, and his charm and the fact that he can talk to people and connect with people, and that the kids are looking up to him, right? Those are the things that really make him like a serpent in the grass, right? That people can't see this guy coming, right? I think that all of that is so disarming. Like you said, this guy's just like singing while they're while they're drilling a well. That's really disarming. And for people that he's trying to pull the wool over their eyes and kind of get the one over, that's a great way to do it. So no, that's really informative because I tried to make him as winning as possible for as long as I could, right? Until
Mm-hmm.
the kind of shoe drops. So yeah, those things really go. I think they do a lot of work for you.
Well, yeah, and does that also help when you have to say lines that like put into our minds where I'm like, oh no, I don't like the thing that just came out of that man's mouth.
Mhm.
Does that help when you are doing those things to be like, well, and now I know that this one is the one that people are gonna just like feel that shiver go down their spine when they hear it.
Yeah, because you can kind of pull the rug out a little bit, right? You've done all of this and you're charming and all this, and then all of a sudden you say one line without a smile, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, right? And so you can kind of mine those in the script. And like you're saying, I had a couple some not so nice lines. So I talked a lot about that to Todd, and the way to do that, we would try it different ways, right? We would try it with a smile, without a smile, all these things to kind of gauge what's best. But yeah, I think that when you're operating, you can't, if you were being mean or being scary or all these things, those lines don't work. So I think it's the ones that you're almost lulling everybody into this sense of comfortability, and then you're able to kind of hit them with these haymaker terrible things.
And for my last question, as a theater kid, I do have to ask, how excited are you to pass the Fiyero pants on, as it were, to Johnny Bailey and see him in action now that it is Wicked Week, as we've said?
Yes, it's Wiki Week. Happy Wiki Week to all those that celebrate. It's so cool. As a person who, still does theater, grew up in the theater, loves musical theater, as a person who had the great fortune of being in the Les Mis film, I think movie musicals are one of the coolest things ever.
Mm.
And I only want them to do well so we get more of them. And so I think that this is a big moment for movie musicals, and particularly a show that I did 16 years ago. Um, it's very cool to see, and I'm a huge fan of Johnny Bailey's, and he's done some great work recently. And I know he has a theater background as well, and his work on Bridgerton and the series that he just did with Matt Bomer. He's like a really, really fine actor and seemingly great guy. So I'm psyched to see him put on the Fiyero pants.
They're great. He does great as Fiyero in this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, this rules. But thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for everyone to see you as a creepy little dirt bag. I think it's
Thank
great.
you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
But thank you.